Salutations audience, you're watching BaveryCo, I'm Ben, and today I'll be discussing the topic of sexual harassment at Comic-Con. This is a video I decided to do after hearing about a few cases of sexual harassment at this year's San Diego Comic-Con, which finished last Sunday, as well as watching a video by a mildly popular YouTube group who kind of made fun of the issue. This will be partly a psychological explanation behind sexual harassment at events such as Comic-Con, and some advice about how to avoid sexually harassing someone. So personally, I believe that sexual harassment at a large event such as Comic-Con is evidence of the Deindividuation theory. Gustave Le Bon in 1895 suggested that an individual changes when part of a crowd. The anonymity, suggestibility, and contagion of a large group setting leads to the formation of a collective mind that dictates the behaviour of the individual. This can lead to the individual acting in ways that deviate from the social norms, and thus are regular behaviour. Now, this is not me in any way justifying sexual harassment. I'm just providing a potential explanation for sexual harassment at a large event from my specific field of study. So basically what I'm trying to say is that the Deindividuation theory applies because you may feel like part of a faceless crowd, and so the people who conduct themselves in a sexually harassing way may feel that they can get away with it because of the anonymity of the large group. So I have 4 pieces of advice to avoid sexually harassing someone at Comic-Con, because some people will do it deliberately, but there are people who will accidentally sexually harass someone. So it could be something. As I'll go through the advice, it can be accidental or inadvertent. So number 1, don't blame the cosplayer for what he or she are wearing. So a lot of people complain about how scantily clad, especially female cosplayers, are at Comic-Con. But this isn't the fault of the cosplayer. If you want to assign blame to anyone about how scantily clad these people are, blame the person who created the character, and blame the artist who drew the costume, because they are the ones who made the costumes overly scantily, overly scantily, and so it's not the fault of the cosplayer just because they want to cosplay as their favourite superhero or action hero, and it's not their fault if that character is really underdressed. Number 2, treat people at Comic-Con as you would meet them anywhere else. So Comic-Con does not change the laws of human decency. Everything still applies. So you shouldn't do anything at Comic-Con that you wouldn't do on the street. And if you do that sort of thing on the street, you're a horrible, horrible person. Number 3, harassment is harassment. So just because you didn't grope a female cosplayer or played some toned man's abs because he was dressed as He-Man doesn't mean you aren't harassing them. Saying something inappropriate to a cosplayer is as much harassment as groping them. So that can be inappropriate compliments, so complimenting them on a private part of their body. So if they're wearing a corset and it's a low cut corset, commenting on being able to see their breasts is inappropriate. Racist comments, sexual innuendo is all inappropriate, and it's still harassment. It's verbal harassment. Number 4, expect to be called out if you sexually harass someone. So if you do choose to sexually harass someone, or you do it accidentally, be aware that your victim will most likely react negatively. If this is the case, take it. Accept the consequences, because if you react negatively, it will make things worse for you. You'll get in more trouble, people will turn against you, and you just won't have a good time because you are trying to deny that you behaved in an inappropriate manner, or you were perceived to have behaved in an inappropriate manner. So if you are called out on it, accept the fact that you've been called out on it, apologise, walk away. Do not do anything else. So that's it for me this week. I shall post some things in the description where you can find more information about Deindividuation theory. Have a great week, guys, and you will see you with Avery next week. Bye, guys.